So, today I wanted to talk about game modes in War Thunder. And by game modes, I mean the type of battle that you play once your match is loaded, so I'm not referring to arcade, realistic or simulator modes. If we take ground battles for instance, for the past 10 years, War Thunder players played the same 3 game modes over and over again: Conquest, Domination and Battle. Domination is the most common mode, and from what I've seen from the poll that I made earlier this week, it is the mode you guys prefer playing the most. You have 3 neutral points spread over the map, and you usually win by depleting the enemy team's ticket count or by having them quit the match. This kind of battle is the backbone of any type of ground mode that you play, and 99% of the maps are designed for this type of battle. Conquest is the mode that I personally enjoy the least. In this mode, only 1 point is available in the middle of the map. The problem that I have is that, first of all, many times the capture point is located in a very weird location on the map. Sometimes even 70% of the map becomes completely useless because of where the point is located. And let's not talk about how some maps are being transformed into a single lane only to adjust to the position of the capture point. The second complaint that I have about this mode is that it favors rushing the point at the start of the game. Once it is captured, I don't know if it's the location or how the teams react to it, but it becomes almost impossible for the enemy team to uncapture the point. As a result, these for me have always felt like one-sided games, which don't last long and can also favor spawn camping even more than usual. Finally, we have what seems to be one of the least favorite game modes, Battle, which actually surprises me. Compared to the previous 2, this mode is more focused on kills rather than objectives. Of course, you can still try to cap the enemy point, but it will probably be suicide when you realize how long it takes to capture it. This mode is more like a battle of attrition. Which team will perform better or which team will abandon first. I'll admit that I really enjoy the simplicity of this game mode. Plus, here the map is fully utilized since capturing the objective becomes a secondary task once you have broken the enemy team. The major downside, however, is that you usually spend more time in this game mode compared to a Conquest or Domination match, especially if both teams are good. Which is also another downside. Without proper matchmaking in the game, this mode can, at times, feel a bit unbalanced. So those are the 3 main types of modes that we've been playing over and over again. And I've been wondering if War Thunder could benefit from new game modes. I think in the past, Gaijin released some events which had very interesting mechanics, and those could be turned into fully fleshed out game modes. For example, for the 88th anniversary of D-Day, an event mode was introduced. In it, a preset of vehicles was given to both teams. On one side, Germany started with Panzer IVs, and on the other side, the US started with Shermans. The idea that I like about this mode is that the points you gain will help you spawn in a more powerful vehicle. For example, you start in your Panzer IV, you get 2 kills, and now you can respawn in a Tiger or Yak Panther. Get even more points and maybe you can respawn in a Tiger too, etc. This mechanic rewards you for the risks you might take in order to make points, or can favor team communication, like you're still in your Sherman and a King Tiger is near you. Well, maybe you'll ask assistance to a player who respawned in a Super Pershing, for example. I also like the idea of providing players with a preset of vehicles. This way you can keep battles somewhat historical by not allowing vehicles of a different era, and it also lets players who do not own these vehicles a chance to try them out in a live environment. The other type of game mode that I really enjoyed in the past was the asymmetrical type of battle. I made a video on it last year, I think, but I really hope Gaijin will bring back the Battle of the Atlantic mode again, or even expand on this idea. This mode was a PvPvE kind of battle. Germany spawned in submarines and had to destroy a number of AI convoys moving from point A to point B, while the US team had access to destroyers and bombers and tried to stop them, obviously. The atmosphere in this mode was just perfect, and it forced players to rely on different tools like sonars, torpedo trails in the water to locate submarines when in a plane, stealth to avoid detection by destroyers, etc. etc. This type of mode is also a great way to add new mechanics to the game, in this case submarines and sonars, but in a controlled environment, before releasing them to the other existing modes perhaps. Here in Naval Arcade, realistic and enduring confrontations. Anyway, I strongly believe there's an opportunity to seize here by expanding on the idea of new game modes. It helps break the monotony of the game, and that's also a type of content that Gaijin could put and promote in one of their next updates, instead of a new map, for example. As always, let me know what you think on this matter, and I'll see you in the next one.